Today I want to show you guys how to put hidden zippered pockets in a tote bag. So I have one on the inside and one on the outside, and it's on the same side of the bag, alright, but it's two separate pockets. So now it's not too hard to make. I usually cut them to be about 8.5 by 11, but you can cut them any size that you desire. And working with the zipper is not as difficult as you would imagine. If you're gonna make your own handbag, I promise you're gonna want to learn how to put one of these little pockets in, because you can keep all your stuff safe and secure, right? So I'm making a box on the fabric, on the wrong side of the fabric, and the box is 6 inches wide by 1 inch tall or deep. And it's 6 inches wide because the zip is 7 inches. So you always want to be one less than the length of your zip. So now I'm going to split this box right in two. I'm going to make another line right here. So what we're making is the opening for the zipper, right? Let me draw my line. And then I'm going to put these things right here, kind of like the letter Y. And then I'm going to pin this onto my bag, correct side to correct side. And I want to make sure it sits centrally on the bag. And then Joe's going to sew around the outer side of the box. He's not going to touch the line in the middle, just around and around the outside of the box. And then now I'm going to remove my pins and then get my small pair of scissors, small pair of sharp scissors, all right? Let me bend the fabric right here. And I want to go ahead and cut right on that line that I drew down the middle of the box. So let me just get this started. And then I'm going to cut towards the end here. When I get to the end, I'm going to stop and then just snip into those little Y's. Being very careful not to snip my thread. And then I'm going to take care of it going the next direction. I love the sound of scissors cutting. Now let me get down to the end here and then snip those little Y's again. And yes guys, the fabric is correct side to correct side. I know it looks weird, but this is what we're going to do right now. We're going to shove this whole thing through the hole, the top and the bottom part here. Pull it through this end. Let me show you what it's going to look like. I'm going to have to iron it out, of course. But see, we have a hole. So now remember, this is going to be an inside pocket. And when I open the zip and I look in here, you're going to see that pretty side right here. Okay? So all I'm going to do is iron this so it could sit flat, because then I'm going to put my zip in here and base stitch it in. So then Joe can sew around it with the machine. If you don't want to base stitch like this, you're going to have to use fabric glue, alright? Alright guys, so see, this is our zip. And if I had the bag this way, when you peek inside, you see the pretty side of the fabric. You don't see this wrong side. So now we have to seal up our pocket, so we get the next piece of fabric that we cut that was even piece with this. And I'm just going to pin it at the 4 corners. So this pocket is going to be hidden inside the lining of my bag, and all I'll see is the zip. And then I can open it up and put like cards, like credit cards, debit cards, and stuff like that when I'm out shopping, right? You want to keep your stuff secure. So Joe's going to sew around here, around the whole pocket. So when you open it up, that's how your pocket's going to be looking, right? Now let him sew it first and then we'll be back. So Joe has sewn around and around, making sure that there are no holes, because we don't want to lose things when we put it inside our pocket. So this is how it's looking. Now I'm going to do the pocket for the outside of the bag. Again, I've done the same thing, 2 pieces of fabric, about 8.5 by 11. I've made my box 6 inches wide by 1 inch, and I've made the line down the middle. See, my zip is 7 inch. It's a 7-inch zip, so see, 6 inches. The line down the middle splits the box in two, or in half I should say. So now we're going to sew around the outside of the box, and notice that the fabric is correct side to correct side. And by the way, when I drew the box on the fabric, it was 2 inches from the top, alright? So now I'm going to have to cut my line, but my little scissors is having a difficult time because of the interfacer that I'm using on the outside part of this bag that I'm making. So let me go very carefully When I get to the end, I'm going to snip into those little Y's again. It looks like the letter Y to me, that's why I say it like that. Making sure I don't snip the sewing that Joe just did. Now let me come down this here way. And then cut into the Y's again. The reason that we do the thing on the end here is because it makes the pocket sit a little bit better once you push it through the hole. So now let me go ahead and put it through the hole. And I have to be very careful how I iron because I can't mess up my interfacer here. So I'm going to put the zip in. Of course, I'm going to base stitch again. So I've put the zip on by basting, and it's kind of difficult to sew through this, but you just have to take your time. This is what it looks like in the front. Joe's going to go ahead and sew around here with the machine carefully so he doesn't break my needle. Joe has sewn the zip in, and now I've put the other piece of the fabric for the pocket correct side, pin it, and now he's going to sew around the entire pocket. He did kind of a crooked job because it was kind of hard to fight the interfacer that we put, but you know what, it's still fine. So 2 zippered pockets in the one bag, and you guys are in for a treat because I did record the entire making of this bag, and that video is going to come soon at the site. All right, so I really love this bag. This is what I'm going to be using for the fall. It has a lot of compartments that you guys are going to see when you see the final video. All right, thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow. Bye.